Right.
All right, we're all set with this stream.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Good afternoon, colleagues. I'd like to convene this afternoon's Commerce Committee meeting. And we will be acting on a number of items which you have before you in your agenda. And because this will be a final action, committee action, we're going to just once refresh our rules of engagement here where, and Madam Clerk, please correct me or add on to what I'm saying, but when we are voting, the individuals need to be present with the audio and also heard. And then they will record their name and then their vote. Is there anything else I need to add to that housekeeping note?
No, I think that's about right. Just audio and visual, and state their name and the vote.
Okay, thank you very much. And so Representative Simmons, remarks?
Thank you, Madam Chair. No remarks. Looking forward to a productive committee meeting today. We've got some good bills on the agenda and good to go. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Senator Martin?
No, I am good to go, Madam Chair. Thank you, though.
Okay, thank you. And Representative Buckby?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ready to both rock and roll.
Okay, so that will bring us to item number 3 on our agenda, which is bills to consider for final action. And we have 7 such bills. Item number 1 is SB 711. It is an act concerning the COVID-19 relief for small businesses and required federal regulatory analysis for proposed state regulations. I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. And just, flag us, Madam Clerk, if you need to clarify those motions or who's making them. So for discussion, just to refresh our memories, this is a bill directed towards small business and in the view of COVID, we are trying once again to provide all of the tools possible to stand back up, open up, and have a strong recovery, and in particular with our small businesses, some of whom have been hit disparately throughout this process and very adversely. So it prohibits an increase in the employer's experience rating based upon the COVID unemployment claims. Thought being that, this unpredictable, unforeseen global pandemic ought not to be factored into the experience rating that an employer is based upon in terms of the UI assessments. Second part of this speaks also about exempting personal protective PPE, personal protective equipment from sales and use tax for small business. We are once again defining small business in this instance as being companies 100 employees or less. The thought being that once again, businesses are incurring this expense. We want to be as supportive in every way that we can for protecting our employees, and that the state ought not to be aggregating increased revenue as a result of this. The third piece of 711 is a regulatory piece. And this committee has worked long and hard on regulatory changes to try to cut through effectively red tape. And this one simply says that in the instance of promulgating regulations, that there ought to be an additional assessment which identifies if the regulation, if there is a similar federal regulation, and if and if this regulation goes beyond what the similar federal regulation would be, what is the rationale, the reason, the need for that? Once again, just to focus in on doing things the most efficient way, and not to be anyway burdensome to business. So that's the brief thumbnail. Is there discussion? Rep. Buckby, did you have your hand up?
Yeah, Madam Chair, thank you very much. We'd like to
Yeah.
make a motion to start a consent calendar.
Yes, okay. So all those members in favor of starting a consent calendar, please indicate. Is there any objection? Maybe that's the quickest way to do this. Is there any objection to a consent calendar? Okay, seeing none, we will start a consent calendar, Madam Clerk. And so we are back on to item number 711.
Madam Chair, sorry to interrupt. Senator Cohen has her hand raised.
Oh, Senator Cohen, please, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just wanted to make a comment and commend the committee on this fantastic agenda today, but in particular on SB 711. Grateful that the committee has raised it, and I'm hopeful for unanimous vote on the floor today. As a business owner myself, I certainly am alone in the fact that unemployment claims, everyone's struggling right now. We want to do the right thing by our workers. Many folks had to lay people off during the pandemic, allowing them to collect unemployment insurance. Certainly don't want this to be impacting our small businesses in terms of an experience rating adjustment. I certainly would say we need to go even further and request federal assistance to ensure that replenishing these funds, these state funds, is not on the backs of our small businesses across the state of Connecticut. We want to do everything we can to make sure that they can open up their doors and grow and thrive here in the days and months to come. Also with PPE rather, many probably aware through the public hearing on this that PPE was exempt from sales tax up until, ironically, right before the pandemic hit. It was, voted upon by the legislature that we would be collecting sales tax again on PPE. I will say that restaurants were never exempt from personal protective equipment sales tax, and certainly we want to make sure that they are included in this exemption going forward, as they too have been very hard hit by the pandemic and certainly required to purchase extra personal protective equipment through these days to keep their employees safe and to keep their patrons safe. So I just want to really commend the committee on raising this issue, and hopefully we see unanimous JF vote to unanimously JF it to the floor. Thanks so much, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Cohen. And I also want to recognize your work in this, and your input was invaluable. So we are in your debt for that as well. Further discussion. Yes, Rep. Buckby.
Being as though we've created a consent calendar, we'd like to move this bill to the consent calendar.
Thank you very much. Is there objection to putting SB 711 on the consent calendar? Is there objection? Seeing no objection, Madam Clerk, we will start the consent calendar. First item being SB 711, number 1 on our agenda. Item number 2. SB 878, an act concerning innovation, the Connecticut Innovations Incorporated. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Moved. Is there a second?
Second.
moved and seconded and recorded by our clerk. Yeah. Discussion. And so as you can see, colleagues, this is a study which is a bill which may turn into a study, or it may be available to us as this atypical session continues to unfold, should there be the need for a vehicle. If we come up with or are aware of, or if a situation occurs that we have not anticipated in terms of our body of work thus far this session. Comments? I'm checking here so I don't miss anything. Okay, if not, then I would ask.
Madam Chair, is it
Yes.
Representative, who I can't see the full name, is
Anderson.
it Representative
Oh.
Anderson?
Yes,
Isn't- yeah.
Madam Chair, for some reason, my hand's up. I don't see a hands up here, but
Oh, did you not hit? Okay, I was looking at the button, but okay, we'll.
I couldn't find one. My understanding, Connecticut Innovations is not receiving any taxpayer money right now. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I just Googled. So I don't see anything that would prevent them from doing a study now. So I don't know if this is a vehicle to get them a grant. That's my only concern. They seem to-
No, this is not a vehicle to get a grant to CI. And in fact, when that has been done in the past, Representative Anderson, it has come on the capital side, which is the Finance Committee. To my experience, I have never really seen anything on the appropriation side, but that is not what is before you today, sir.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm just wondering why they need a law to do a study. That's all.
I'll just hearken back to my remarks just a bit ago, and that is, so right now, what we typically like to do in this committee is to make sure that we are nimble and can respond should there be the need to. And in certain instances, if we do not have the ability to have or a vehicle available, then we would not be able to respond if something did come forward. So you will see such a proposal for the entities which have cognizance under this committee, which are CI, Connecticut Innovations, and DECD.
Thank you,
And you
Madam
may
Chair.
also see it. You may also see it, for example, for other major sectors which we deal with, specifically the Manufacturing Caucus, which also is under the cognizance of the Commerce Committee.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Rep. Anderson. Let's see, any other hands raised? Hold on, I'm checking. Yes, Senator Sampson.
Thank you for the recognition, Madam Chairman. I hadn't originally considered commenting on this particular bill, but the discussion that you just had with Representative Anderson, it just inspired me to speak up. Our agenda today has 7 bills on it, and by my account, 4 of them are dummy bills. I have great respect for you, Madam Chairman, and your co-chair. So please don't take these comments with any disrespect. To me, the committee process is the place where we develop legislation. It's where the public has the opportunity to come before us and comment on proposed bills, and we are responsible for fine-tuning those things before they leave the committee. I mean, one of the bills on our agenda today says the Department of Economic Development is going to study economic development. It's ridiculous. I understand that there are ideas in the hopper that you guys want to see happen, but that's the purpose of the committee process. I'm going to vote no on this dummy bill, Madam Chairman, and the other ones also. And I urge my colleagues too, because this is not fair to the public. The public needs to have the opportunity to comment on proposed legislation and know what it is, rather than having a bill come before the General Assembly, the House or Senate, and with a strike all amendment to turn it into something that none of us have seen before. And I object to that process. So thank you for the indulgence, and please understand my concerns. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Yes, duly noted, Representative Sampson, and I do understand. I also am in the position of having to balance and be able to try to be responsive and nimble. And in many instances, what happens, and you being a seasoned elected official have witnessed this yourself, where we have legislation which may get shopped around to other committees, has other references, and may actually end there and not get through. And then these kinds of categories give us the opportunity to take such concepts which have been heard and have had the full process with them to keep them alive and to move them forward, and once again to be responsive, and try to get as much as we can done across the finish line. I hear you. I understand. You know clearly that this is a very collegial and bipartisan group that we work with, and so I recognize that, but I have to take exception and say that I think we need to give ourselves this bandwidth. But thank you so much for your comments. Let me check here and see who else we got in the queue. Okay, now holler if I'm missing someone, because I don't see anybody else there. Okay. All right, so having had this discussion, and seeing no further discussion, I would ask for the clerk to call the roll.
Okay, Senator Hartley,
Yes, Senator Hartley in the affirmative.
Representative Simmons,
Yes, Representative Simmons, yes.
Senator Cohen.
Senator Cohen is a yes.
One more time, Senator.
Senator Cohen is a yes.
Thank you. Representative Rochelle,
Representative Rochelle is a yes.
Senator Martin.
Senator Martin, a yes.
One more time, Senator, please.
Senator Martin is a yes.
Thank you. Representative Buckby,
Representative Buckby is a yes.
Representative Anderson,
Representative Anderson is a no.
Representative DiGiancarlo,
Representative DiGiancarlo is a yes.
Representative Exum,
Representative Exum is yes.
Representative Fusco,
Representative Fusco is no.
Representative Garibay,
Representative Garibay is a yes.
Representative Hampton,
Representative Hampton is a yes.
Representative Lanu,
Representative Lanu is a no.
Representative Leeper. Representative Leeper is a yes. Senator McCrory,
Senator McCrory is a yes.
Senator Miller,
Senator Miller is a yes.
Senator Needleman, Representative Nuccio,
Representative Nuccio is a no.
Representative Phipps.
Representative Phipps, yes.
One more time, Representative.
I'm sorry?
One more time.
Representative Phipps, yes.
Thank you. Senator Sampson.
Senator Sampson votes no.
Representative Thomas.
Representative Thomas votes yes.
Representative Wood.
Representative Wood is a yes.
And Representative Yacarino. And that's the roll, Madam Chair.
I just got on the call, so can I pass? I'll come back later, all right? I missed the bill.
I can take it right now.
I don't know what the bill is, so I'll pass. I'll go
Oh,
back,
okay.
come back. Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
Thank you.
So we are going to hold the votes open, so the clerk is not going to announce any tallies for us today. And by the way, those votes will be open until 5 o'clock. And Ginger, I'm not sure who we're missing, but we can, check on that as we conclude. All right, we will now move on to item number 3, which is House Bill 5614, an act establishing a commission on the disparate impact of COVID-19. This is a JF to the floor. I will entertain a motion
So
So
moved.
moved.
and a second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. And so for the purposes of discussion, this will put together a commission, which is for the purposes of analyzing the disparate impact of COVID-19 on various entities, racial, ethnic, socioeconomic, throughout the state of Connecticut. The composition of the commission will be the typical membership and appointees from all caucuses, and also a representative from the BPRC, the Black and Puerto Rican Caucus. And then there shall be the work of the commission shall be reported back by no later than January of 2022. So it is a discussion. Representative Simmons.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And I just want to commend the committee and thank them for taking up this bill. This is a bill I know that's really important to my caucus, and I know others. And we know that this COVID-19 pandemic has, really exacerbated the racial and economic inequities in our state, and both from an unemployment perspective and also the disparate impact on minority-owned businesses. And so we think that this commission is, really going to be a helpful way to examine those inequities and how we can, address them and prevent them moving forward. And of course, it's going to be made up, with the standard bipartisan appointments. So we're really looking forward to a productive and constructive conversation on how we can reduce these, economic and racial inequities that we're seeing in the future. So thank you, Madam Chair, and I fully support this bill.
Thank you, Representative Simmons, you and the House colleagues who actually brought this before us. Representative Yaccarino.
Thank you,
Good
Madam Chair. Good to see you. It's been a while.
Good to see you.
I've been sort of absent. We're all running like crazy. I appreciate the legislate of this working group, but are you going to work with the Department of Public Health? Because they're going to have the data between state level and federal level, and also Department of Labor, and also cities and towns. I mean, it's going to be a lot of information, and it's important information. Don't get me wrong. I think that you're going to see that the local health districts, public health districts, the state public health districts, and localities are going to have a lot of this.
I think that you make a very important point, Representative Yaccarino. The breadth of this review is going to be extensive, and it is going to have to touch on, in state government, a number of agencies: public health, public safety, Department of Labor, education, higher ed. This is a deep conversation, and this will be a very significant undertaking. I do not disagree with you. Did we lose you, Representative Yaccarino? Gee, I wonder did we lose him, Madam Clerk? The perils of doing this with technology. I think we lost Representative Yaccarino. Did we not? There it is.
Yeah,
We lost you. Go ahead. We can't hear you now.
I lost you. So I heard you were speaking. So yeah, I think it's important information, and we need to work with it. That's all.
Yeah. So noted. Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Yacarino. Senator Sampson.
Thank you again for the opportunity, Madam Chairman. I want to just echo the sentiments of your co-chair and say that I also share in the concerns about the impact on everyone in the state as a result of COVID-19. I do want to make one point, though, which is that the impact of COVID-19 on the economic status of the state of Connecticut is insignificant compared to the impact on the eminent economic status of Connecticut as a result of the government's reaction to COVID-19 and the unbalanced and arbitrary way that the governor has decided which businesses would be open and closed throughout the past year. Thankfully, that is coming to an end, hopefully, and we're going to start to see our economy return to normal and people will be allowed to resume business. But I don't think anyone on this committee particularly ought to forget the fact that the actions of the state are what caused the financial damage to many of the small businesses in our towns. It's certainly not lost on them because many of them would have chosen to be open. And so many of their patrons would have chosen to operate and frequent those businesses also, but they were told not to, and in many cases without any particular public health reason. In fact, very similar businesses were closed next door to others simply because of the way the arbitrary rules were established. And again, I don't want to turn this into a conversation about that subject, but when we're discussing the bill before us, which is how the state is suddenly going to help the impact of what happened with COVID-19 on businesses, I think it's worth noting that state's responsible as well at the same time. I'm going to vote no on this bill, though, Madam Chairman, and only for one reason. And the reason is simply that the makeup of this body is unbelievably lopsided. It is not what I would consider to be the standard, makeup of a legislative, study committee. I mean, the governor gets an extra 4 appointees. There's an appointee from the director of the Commission on Women and Children and so forth. These are executive appointments also. So the majority party ends up with a significant number more than the minority party. I don't like to see this ever. I like to keep these things with some level of parity because you never know who's going to be in the governor's seat in a few years or whether the legislature could flip at some point. And we're writing laws that last into the future. So with that, Madam Chairman, I just wanted to express my concern over the makeup of that body and make that one point. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Sampson. And I, for one, am very grateful for our positivity rates and holding my breath now as we watch this variant play out again throughout the country and as we hopefully turn the corner personally in terms of the business and the economy here in the state of Connecticut. And so I think it's all about brighter days. Let's see, I think we also had Representative Thomas's hand up.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you, Madam Chair. I
You
just
have the
wanted to take a moment. I'm so happy to speak about HB 5614 today of all days. In association with the board I serve on, I had to attend some mandatory diversity, equity, and inclusion training this morning. And we really talked about having a binary choice between being racist or anti-racist. And there is no middle ground in that reality is grounded in every action at every moment. And you can't always be, on the right side of where you need to be. So I'm just pleased that here today, I have a moment to vote yes in the column of anti-racist behavior. So I'll be very pleased to vote yes on this bill today. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Rep. Thompson, and we're very
Point of
delighted.
order, Madam Chairman. Forgive
I'm
me.
very delighted to have your support. Excuse me.
Point of order.
Yeah, hold on. You got your hand up, do you? Yes. Okay. Representative Sampson.
Thank you. It's Senator Sampson.
I'm
Senator
sorry,
Harlan.
Senator. I used to be a
It's
rep
quite all right.
too.
I don't really care. I'm just, it's
I know. I still answer
coming
to
upon
rep
me
too.
correct.
My apologies.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. You have the floor.
Forgive me, but Representative Thomas's comments, I think implied that anyone that votes no on this bill would fall in the opposite category. I think that was intentional. I don't think it was appropriate. And I hope she can clarify her comments to make sure that we understand that is not what she intended. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Senator. So I will just say, as I'm sitting in the chair, I did not view that in any way to be personally referencing any member of our committee. And it, to me, was clearly a representation of Representative Thomas's experiences most recently today. So yes, thank you for your comments, sir. Let's see, do we have any other hands raised? Rep. Thomas, yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and your interpretation absolutely correct, but I do thank the good senator for raising that, and it highlights for me really what we talked about this morning. Just so everyone knows, I focus my comments on my own behavior, no indictment, and what I am happy that I can choose for myself in this moment. And I thought I alleviated your concern, Senator, with the other comment that came up in this training. You can't be like, I don't know, the best. You can't do everything at every moment of every day. So there might be one moment where I choose the racist behavior or not, but I do think it would be a mistake to assume that not so much this bill in particular, but to ignore that there is systemic oppression. So I make no indictment. People should vote and do what they wish, honestly. I can only control my own behavior. So I, for myself, am very happy that I view this bill as something that allows me personally to take a stand on an anti-racist issue, nothing more. So please, I hope no one else was insulted. That is not my intent ever.
Rep. Thompson, thank you so much for your comments. And so let's see. Yes, Senator Martin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just very quickly, I know I brought this up in screening, and I'm glad that we're looking to find out the impact regarding the groups that are been identified in this bill. But are you aware of anything in any other committees? If there is there a similar bill somewhere that addresses the rest of the population regarding the economic impact? Because everybody in the whole state has been affected, and it'd be good to know, I think, from a global perspective as to, gee, how has this impacted everybody?
Senator Martin, I'm not sure if our OLR folks are on with us, and I am not up to date, quite frankly. I feel these days like I'm in a rabbit hole, and I can't keep my finger on the pulse of what's going on in a lot of other committees. So I'm not aware of what may be in other committees that might have some similar mission. And I'm not, Terry, are you with us? Do you have any?
I'm here, Madam Chair.
Yes. To your knowledge, is there any other such proposal?
I would have to look into it and get back to you. I mean, as you know, there are a number of COVID-related proposals, but in terms of a specific commission, I think we'd have to look into it and get back to you.
Yeah. Okay. So, Rep. Martin, yeah, that's kind of like the update for where I am.
Yeah, maybe this is above all our ooh, maybe this is a bit, above all our pay grade, and maybe this is something the governor really ought to be taking the initiative on and looking at it from the entire state. You know, so thank you, Madam Chair, for your for allowing me to say a few words.
Oh, appreciate your input, Senator Martin. So let's see here. Yes, Rep. Rochelle.
Thank you. I was just wanted to share some reactions to what I'm hearing, because we're discussing a bill to look at disparities. And by nature of that, you're looking at those who were affected and those who were affected more. And so the bill does look at everything globally and then identifies who's been affected the most, which seems like a pretty reasonable thing to do to make sure that we're addressing the whole issue, and in particular those who have been harmed the worst. So just wanted to put that on the record. I was taken aback a bit by the idea of course, if you're looking at disparities, you're looking at the whole picture, and it's the point of finding where the disparities are. That's all.
You're on mute, Madam
And
Chair.
I think you're muted.
Sorry, phone was ringing. Thank you, Rep. Rochelle. Yeah, I mean, the breadth of this is, you know, very wide. We're talking about, you know, across all groups in the state, socioeconomic, ethnic, racial. So I don't see, you know, how we would get pigeonholed and not be having a full assessment. And so I'm just checking here. Yes, Senator McQuarrie.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to leave my comments. I echo everything Representative Thomas said and more. I believe she might be referring to, I'm sure she has read the book, Dr. Kendi's book, which speaks specifically to what she's talking about. If you don't know, I suggest you'll read it. It's very informative. But like the other representative just said, this bill will analyze everyone's situation in the state of Connecticut, and then it will report out who's been impacted the most. I think everyone here knows what this is going to look like. So the reality is, let's just do what we need to do so we can make sure everybody in the state has an opportunity to bounce back. And some will need more of a bouncing than others, because some of them needed before this pandemic. We all know that. So we should stop, remove our heads from the sand, and be realistic about what's going on. And I thank you, Representative Thomas, for speaking up and supporting this initiative, and I support it also. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator McQuarrie. And once again, thanks. I do view this as a very important initiative going forward. You know, there's always lessons learned, and we have seen this just in terms of, you know, vaccination rates, nursing home statistics and the like. And so it's incumbent upon us to sit down and analyze this and be responsive and move productively forward. I'm just trying to see, Rep. Anderson, did you have your hand up? Because I don't see it on the list.
Yes, Madam Chair.
I thought so.
I am going to vote no on this bill because I think it's political, where the data, and I do acknowledge there are racial disparities in the outcomes, but this is political in nature, it seems, by the makeup of the board and its data that's available. And it also has no sunset. It's to report annually, every year, indefinitely. So those are my objections, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Rep. Anderson. Yes, Senator Sampson.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I think I'm going to pass on my comments. I was listening very intently, and I'm very much in agreement with most of my colleagues and what they say. I interpreted the bill to also look at all racial and ethnic groups to determine disparities. I mean, that's pretty clear. So I do agree with Rep. Rochelle on that subject completely. Again, from the beginning, I said my objection was the makeup of the board. And I had raised my hand because I was contemplating offering an amendment to change the makeup of this panel to something that was more bipartisan. I just don't think it's gonna work out anyway. If you feel otherwise, Madam Chairman, I would certainly entertain any discussion to help improve the makeup of this body so that you might get some more yes votes out of the committee. But I will leave that up to you at this point. I do want to say that I'm in favor of the policy before us, but I do not like the makeup of this panel. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Sampson. And I'm of the mind that we'll just move it along now with plenty of opportunity for further refinements. I do not see any other hands raised, and help me out, Madam Clerk, if I'm missing someone. Otherwise, I would ask that you call the roll.
Give me 1 second. Did you even call the roll? I'm sure. Sorry, I
Please.
just had some background noise. Okay, Senator Hartley,
Senator Hartley in the affirmative.
Representative Simmons,
Representative Simmons, yes.
Senator Cohen.
Senator Cohen's a yes.
One more time, please.
Senator Cohen's a yes.
Thank you. Representative Rochelle,
Rochelle's a yes.
Senator Martin.
Senator Martin is a yes.
One more time, please. Can I get that one more time, Senator?
Senator Martin is a yes.
Representative Busby,
Representative Busby is a yes.
Representative Anderson,
Representative Anderson is no.
Representative DiGiovancarlo,
Representative DiGiovan Carlos, yes.
Representative Exum,
Representative Exum, yes.
Representative Fusco,
Representative Fusco votes no.
Representative Garabay,
Representative Garabay is a yes.
Representative Hampton,
Representative Hampton votes yes.
Representative Lanu,
Representative Lanu votes no.
Representative Leeper. Leeper votes yes. Senator McCrory,
Senator McCrory votes yes.
Senator Miller,
Senator Miller votes yes.
Well, at the end,
if everyone can just mute if they're not voting, I'd appreciate it. Senator Needleman,
Needleman, yes.
Representative Nuccio,
Representative Nuccio is a yes.
Representative Phipps,
Representative Phipps votes yes.
Senator Sampson,
Senator Sampson votes no.
Representative Thomas,
Rep. Thomas votes yes.
Representative Wood,
Representative Wood votes yes.
and Representative Yacarino.
Representative Yacarino votes yes.
And we're all set.
Sorry, Madam Clerk, I was on mute. Our newest member, Senator Miller. I didn't hear you call her name.
I got it.
I'm sorry?
She called my name. I voted.
Oh, she did. Oh, okay. All right, very good. Okay. All right. So that will bring us to item number 4, House Bill 6434, an act concerning manufacturer needs in the state. This is a JF to the floor. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Having been moved and seconded, is there discussion? This is a placeholder bill, as we have discussed at the top of our committee meeting. And so let's see if there are hands raised. Seeing none, I will ask the clerk to make sure, none. Ask the clerk to call the roll, please, Madam.
Senator Hartley,
Senator Hartling in the affirmative.
Representative Simmons,
Rep. Simmons is a yes.
one more time, please.
Representative Simmons is a yes.
Thank you. Senator Cohen,
Senator Cohen's a yes.
Representative Rochelle,
Rep. Rochelle, yes.
Senator Martin,
Senator Martin is a yes.
Representative Buckby,
Representative Buckby is a yes.
Representative Anderson,
Representative Anderson is a yes.
Representative DiGiovancarlo,
Representative DiGiovancarlo is a yes.
Representative Exum,
Representative Exum is a yes.
Representative Fusco,
Representative Fusco votes no.
Representative Garibay,
Representative Garibay is a yes.
Representative Hampton,
Rep. Hampton votes yes.
one more time, please.
Rep. Hampton votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Lanu,
Representative Lanu votes no.
Representative Leeper. Representative Leeper votes yes. Senator McCrory,
McCoy votes yes.
Senator Miller,
Senator Miller votes yes.
one more time, Senator.
Senator Miller votes yes.
Thank you. Senator Needleman,
Needleman, yes.
one more time, please.
Needleman, yes.
Got it, thank you. Representative Nuccio,
Representative Nuccio is a yes. Sorry.
thank you. Representative Phipps,
Representative Phipps, yes.
Senator Sampson,
Senator Sampson votes no.
Representative Thomas,
Rep. Thomas votes yes.
Representative Wood,
Representative Wood votes yes.
Representative Yakarino,
Representative Yakarino votes yes. Did you get that, Ginger?
I got it, thank you.
Thank you.
All set, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And once again, we keep the votes open. Moving on now to item number 5, House Bill 6435, an act extending the manufacturing apprenticeship tax credit to pass-through entities. This is a JF to the floor. I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Thank you. And a second.
Second. Representative
Moved
Miller.
and seconded.
Senator Miller.
Moved and seconded on multiple accounts. So this is a proposal that has been the product of this committee at least once before, possibly twice. Got to go dust off the history on this one. It basically works on a number of fronts for us, and specifically the manufacturing sector, where we are trying to meet the demands of the workforce, where we know that we're only able to fill half of the jobs. We need about 6,000 manufacturing vacancies a year. We are only being able to meet 3,000, fill 3,000 of those positions. The apprenticeship programs are a primary vehicle to bringing people into the manufacturing sector and meeting those demands, and particularly now as our defense industry grows and our manufacturing area is poised for exponential growth. It simply allows the manufacturing apprenticeship tax credit to be used against the personal income tax. And for these small manufacturers that are typically S corps, LLCs, limited liability companies, partnerships, and the like, to avail themselves to this tax credit. Previously, it's the bigger guys, the bigger manufacturers who can use a tax credit for the business against the business corporate tax, and these smaller manufacturers, as I said, are typically S corps and we're not able to use that. So that's the goal. And as I have indicated, this committee has previously moved this both through the House and the Senate. And so is there further discussion on this? Yes, Senator Sampson.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I am delighted to see a fully drafted bill before this committee, and I'm delighted to see one that actually does something extremely positive. And I fully endorse the legislation that's before us. And in fact, I raised my hand simply because I wanted to offer to or make the motion to add it to our consent calendar. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Well, thank you very much, Senator. And so is there any objection to adding House Bill 6435 to the consent calendar? Any objection? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, can you add this? This will be added without objection to our consent calendar. And with that, we will move on to item 6, which is House Bill 6601, an act promoting economic development and optimizing state services through the use of innovative technologies developed in Connecticut. This is a proposal that came to us this past fall from the executive director of Connecticut Innovations, and it is for the purpose of achieving efficiencies in state government by Connecticut companies to promote economic development, to reduce any administrative burdens, improve our services through innovative technologies that are developed by Connecticut companies. Additionally, it adds, it incorporates in our state set-aside program, which then makes sure that even the little guys have the opportunity to participate if in fact they have an innovative technology which could have a state application or use case. So that would include small businesses, minority businesses, and once again, many times those are the types of businesses that are the authors and the architects of a lot of these innovative technologies. Is there further discussion? Yes, Representative Buckby.
I don't believe we're going to see too much opposition here. I'd like to make a motion to move this to consent, please.
Thank you for the motion. Is there objection to putting item number 6, House Bill 6601, on the consent calendar? Is there objection?
Senator Hartley?
Senator Needleman, yes.
Yeah, I apologize. I wasn't able to jump in before the prior bill went on the consent calendar, as I would like to abstain from voting on that. Is it possible just to call a vote on that?
Yeah, well, hold on. Let's finish
Sure.
this. And then we'll go back and address that. Okay, so is there objection to putting item 6601 on the consent calendar? I do not see any objection, and so that will be added onto the consent calendar. And so, Mr. LCO attorney, is it just simply removing item 6435 from our consent calendar and calling the roll, or do we need some official motion, sir?
No, Madam Chair, you can remove that from the consent.
Just remove it. Okay, so Madam Clerk, if you would take item number 56435 off of our consent calendar, and if you could kindly call the roll, Madam.
Senator Hartley,
Senator Hartley in the affirmative.
Representative Simmons,
Representative Simmons is a yes.
Senator Cohen,
Senator Cohen's a yes.
Representative Rochelle,
Representative Rochelle is a yes.
one more time, please.
Representative Rochelle is a yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Senator Martin,
Senator Martin is a yes.
Representative Buckby,
Representative Buckby is a yes.
Representative Anderson,
Representative Anderson is a yes.
Representative DiGiovancarlo,
Representative DiGiovancarlo is a yes.
Representative Exum,
Representative Exum is a yes.
Representative Fusco,
Representative Fusco votes yes.
Representative Garabay,
Representative Garabay is a yes.
Representative Hampton,
Rep. Hampton is a yes.
one more time, please.
Rep. Hampton is a yes.
Thank you. Representative Lanu,
Representative Lanu is a yes.
Representative Leeper,
Representative Leeper is a yes.
Senator McCrory,
Senator McCoy is a yes.
Senator Miller,
Senator Miller is a yes.
Senator Needleman, Senator Needleman,
Um,
I'm
He-
recusing
I-
myself on this one.
he wants to,
Oh.
yeah.
got it. Representative Nuccio,
Please beg my indulgence. Which bill are we voting on right now? I'm sorry, I've got two meetings going on.
House Bill 6435.
6435. Representative Nuccio is a yes. Thank you.
Representative Phipps,
Representative Phipps votes yes.
Senator Sampson,
Senator Sampson votes yes.
one more time, Senator, please.
Sure. Senator Sampson votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Thomas,
Rep. Thomas votes yes.
one more time, please.
Rep. Thomas votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Wood,
Rep. Wood votes yes.
Representative Yakarino,
Yakarino votes yes.
all set,
Thank
Madam
you.
Chair.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Clerk. Item number 7, House Bill 6602. We are holding that bill today, okay? And so with that, Madam Clerk, can you, I believe we have 2 items on our consent calendar, SB 711, an act concerning COVID-19 relief for small businesses and required federal regulatory analysis for proposed state regulations, which is a JF to the floor. And item number 6, House Bill 6601, an act promoting economic development, optimizing state services through the use of innovative technologies developed in Connecticut. That's a JF to the floor. Those are our 2, are they not? Did I miss anything, Madam Clerk, that are on the consent?
Nope, you got them.
Okay, and so we will proceed to call the roll, if you would, please, on the consent calendar.
Senator Hartley,
In the affirmative.
Representative Simmons,
Representative Simmons is a yes.
Senator Cohen,
Yes.
one more time, please.
Senator Cohen is a yes.
Thank you. Representative Rochelle,
Rep. Rochelle is a yes.
sorry, one more time.
Rep. Rochelle is a yes.
Thank you. Senator Martin,
Senator Martin is a yes.
one more time.
Senator Martin is a yes.
Thank you. Representative Buckby,
Representative Buckby is a yes.
Representative Anderson,
Representative Anderson is a yes.
Representative DiGiovan Carlo,
Representative DiGiovan Carlo, yes.
Representative Exum,
Representative Exum, yes.
one more time, please.
Representative Exum, yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
Representative Fusco,
Representative Fusco votes yes.
Representative Garabay,
Representative Garabay votes yes.
thank you. Representative Hampton,
Rep. Hampton votes yes.
one more time, please.
Representative Hampton votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Lanu,
Representative Lanu votes yes.
Representative Leeper,
Representative Leeper votes yes.
Senator McCrory,
Senator McCory votes yes.
Senator Miller,
Senator Miller votes yes.
Senator Needleman,
Needleman, yes.
one more time, please.
Needleman, yes.
Thank you. Representative Nuccio,
Representative Nuccio is a yes.
Representative Phipps,
Representative Phipps is a yes.
one more time, please.
Representative Phipps is a yes.
Thank you. Senator Sampson,
Senator Sampson votes yes.
Representative Thomas,
Rep. Thomas votes yes.
Representative Wood,
Rep. Wood votes yes.
Representative Yakarino,
Representative Yakarino votes yes.
Accept.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. That concludes our business today. Folks, I know that we talked about leaving the votes open till 5 o'clock. Ginger, is there anybody who's not on with us? that we need to connect with?
Madam Chair, I think we have to vote on the consent calendar.
We just did.
We did.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so I need Senator Needleman and Representative Yakarino for numbers 2 and 3.
So let's see, going in what alphabetic order, Senator Needleman, do you want to?
Sure.
878,
Senator Needleman votes yes on number 2 and yes on number 3.
Thank you, Senator. And Representative Yakarino, I think it's only one, sir, that you missed.
yeah, just the one.
And you're muted, Dave.
What was the first bill? What was the bill I missed though? Number 2?
Yep, Senate Bill 878,
What was it? I apologize. I don't have it in front of me.
an act concerning Connecticut Innovations Incorporated.
I'm a yes.
Okay.
So I'm all set.
All set.
Thank you. Congratulations, Senator Miller. We'll miss you in the House.
Thank you, Representative Yakarino. We'll miss you too.
So, okay, we've got everyone recorded then, Madam Clerk, is that right?
Yes.
I've got the sun here. I've got the sun setting in my eyes. Okay, so that's good. Our business is conducted and we don't have to now keep the votes open. Madam Clerk, can you just apprise us of what our calendar looks like for the next week, if you can?
So we were discussing a meeting on Tuesday, 2 JF bills, and a hearing on Thursday, the 18th.
Okay, so Tuesday, it's going to be in the morning. We're understanding the House is going to be in session. So it will obviously have to be before the House session. And Madam Co-Chair, are there comments, further things that we need to go through here?
No further comments. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Rep. Simmons. Senator Martin? Comments?
No, thank you.
Things
Thank you.
left out?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Rep. Buckby?
All good. Good meeting. Thank you for all for being here and look forward to next week.
Thanks. My apologies. It seems to be taking so much longer, folks. Well, we'll get this down, but thank you all. Yeah, next couple of weeks will be, because our JF deadline, as you know, is on the 23rd. Thank you, and to be continued. Enjoy this beautiful evening, all. We've worked hard enough snowstorms. We deserve it. Okay,
Bye,
be well. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Bye-bye.